Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am filming this intro on my phone because as I was editing, I completely forgot that I did not film an intro. Today, we're gonna tour my desk setup. This is the overall view of my desk setup with the things that are behind it. The chair I got from, I think, either Wayfair or QVC. It's okay. The fabric on it is pilling, and the joint or whatever that holds the legs on there, that needs to have some WD-40 because it squeaks a lot. Onto my desk. The actual desk I got from Wayfair. You guys might remember that we had this gigantic brown L-shaped desk with a hutch and shelving unit. We no longer have that. Instead, I have this. I wanted to get it because I was sick of the L shape. I thought it was too massive, and I didn't like the space that it was in the room. It was in the corner here where the bookcase is now, and I wanted something that I could just easily move and be sitting with the wall behind me, like having all of that behind me that you guys have seen in some recent videos. I can't remember the name of the actual desk, and I also cannot remember the length of it. I will put those details in here if I figure that out. Editing me here. According to Wayfair's website, it is now called the Megomed. It was originally the Anusha. I looked back in my message history with Ankar because I sent him the link to the desk because he was also desk shopping at that point. It is 72 inches long. Mine is white, and I really like it. This desk came with 2 drawers. I'm not going to open them. The bottom one is very deep. It did have an optional, I think, filing system that came with it. Can't remember if it actually did or not. Top one is obviously not as deep. The good thing about this desk is it can be configured to have the drawers on either the left or the right side. I wanted them on the left when sitting at the desk because I felt like it would be easier, especially with having power strips and things. The desk mat I got from Amazon. It's like a purple color and it has fake looking gold geometric pattern all over it. Kind of hard to see because I have all my stuff, but you can kind of see it there. I like it. It does the job. It is non-slip. It's not leather. It's like the typical mouse pad material on the top. Speaking of mice and external peripherals, I have the Logitech K380 in this beautiful lilac purple for the keyboard and the Logitech Pebble in the same matching lilac purple. I got them from Amazon. They were not bundled together. I was able to just find the right color match because they did match each other. I use the keyboard mainly with my iPad, occasionally with my phone. Behind that, I just have some stuff stashed here. I have a pair of my glasses. I have 2 pairs of glasses now that I wear, not all the time. The ones in this case are for my computer, usually, because there are different magnification than the ones that I typically will keep in my purse for reading if I'm out and about looking at a menu or whatever. I got them both from Costco. There was like a deal or something. There's also a little plug thing for my Canon camera battery. There's an extra one just sitting in there. This is fully charged. Obviously it's not plugged in because it's done charging. And also this is the case for my camera. Next to that is this little thing from Amazon that holds my Apple Pencil. It's kind of weighted. It's also the same color purple as my keyboard and mouse, just happened to work out that way. I keep my Apple Pencil in here when I am not actively using it because I don't feel the need to have it charging on my iPad all the time, and I don't want to lose it otherwise. These lamps that were on the older desk, obviously they're still on this one. They have the smart bulbs from TP-Link in them that I love. I use them with my Echo all the time. I did a video talking about them at one point. I will link that up in the cards. On to my iPad. This is my actual workspace. Well, behind all of that, you can see my shame. I have several cables and everything looks like a freaking disaster. This is my Elgato HD60S Plus capture card that I have plugged into my monitor and my switch, which we'll get to that momentarily, and my Samson QDU mic that I have in a different mic stand than the one that it comes with. I like this one better. It's adjustable for height, and it doesn't take up as much space as the other one with the tripod legs. Here we have my computer. Obviously it is on top of the desk mat. I have a 2021 Retina MacBook Pro 16-inch because my older one did not take updates anymore, so I needed a new one. Love this thing, use it for everything. Next to that, I got this from Amazon as well. It is a PXN Bluetooth controller. It is basically the same as a Pro controller for Nintendo. It also has NFC function, and I think that it can wake whatever it's plugged into. Like, it can wake up the console or the whatever if it's asleep. There is also a turbo button on the front between the D-pad and the right stick. The color swatch on Amazon said it was blue, but honestly, this looks more purple to me. I use it with my iPad and my Mac when I am playing games on Apple Arcade. And now onto my iPad. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, these are just my earbuds with the little Apple adapter thing plugged into them. They're Philips. They're from Amazon. They're cheapo, but they get the job done. The sound quality, in my opinion, is not that great. It does sound tinny. Didn't realize that when I bought them because I didn't read the reviews. Onto my iPad. It is on a stand that I also got from Amazon. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of this. It's purple like everything else. Not the same shade of purple as my other stuff, but I don't really care. It is height adjustable and angle adjustable. As you can see, I'm not going to adjust it because it can stick occasionally. Mainly this top little shelf thing here that the tablet sits on can stick, more so than the bottom hinge that connects it to the base. But I think that's a good thing because then it's not going to be moving all the time. There are feet on the base to keep it from moving, so it is grippy, it is non-slip. My iPad case I got from Amazon, of course. It is this beautiful purple case with pink and yellow and orange flowers on it, and there are like blue leaves. I love this thing. It has a charging space for the Apple Pencil, obviously, on the right-hand side. This is my lock screen here. I did customize my iPad. I made shortcuts for everything to make all of my app icons look cute, except for the Hello Kitty Island Adventure Game app, because that is a cute one. I just made them all in Canva. If you want me to do a what's on my iPad video at some point, I am definitely open to that. To the right of my computer, kind of behind in the right-hand corner, I have an iPad charging cable and an iPhone charging cable because my phone takes Lightning still and my iPad takes USB-C for the ports. They are just kind of rolled up on top of each other. Behind that is an Amazon Eero, and I have my phone. I still have my iPhone 11. You guys know I unboxed this when I got it. I got it at launch. Link to the video will be up in the cards and down below. It is on this really nice stand that I got from Amazon, and like the iPad stand, which folds down to flat, this also folds down to flat. The back part where the phone rests is no slip. It won't go anywhere, and this folds out to put the phone on. The bottom is weighted. Also, it's height adjustable, so it can be brought up a little higher. This little arm thing that extends out. And of course the phone sits on this little shelf that obviously folds flat, as you guys saw. Next to that, I have a 24-inch HP monitor that I got from Amazon that my Switch is docked and plugged into. It is 75 Hertz, has built-in speakers, and is tilt and height adjustable. It is not a gaming monitor, and if you guys have any suggestions for gaming monitors, please help me out. I'm looking for one. I'd like to try and keep it below 30 inches if I can. It is sitting on its base. I do not have it hooked up to a monitor arm on this desk. I just don't want to deal with all of that. I also have a coaster that I got as a My Nintendo reward with platinum points that you gain through like playing some of the mobile games. It is for the Roost from Animal Crossing. It is the Roost logo. It came in a set of 3. The other 2 are in another part of my room, as well as the little case that they came in, but I will put my coffee or tea on this, obviously, to keep it off of the desk. The top part is just a printed sort of like, I don't know what to call it, almost a laminate or something, I don't know. The bottom that sits on the desk or the table is cork. My little Pro controller sits over here from Nintendo. It's official first party, blah, blah, blah. It's been plugged in consistently. Probably should unplug that at some point. Here's my water bottle. I'm gonna move it. It's a Contigo. I got it from Walmart a couple of years ago, right before I left for Hawaii for that trip. This I got from Amazon. It is called Dogs Against Anxiety. It's a card pack, and it is daily affirmations. There are a bunch of them in here. I don't think it's all 365 days, but there are a bunch of affirmations in here. I've gone through a couple of them so far. This is my Thoughts of Dog 2024 calendar. It is a daily calendar. I don't know if you guys follow the Thoughts of Dog guy on Twitter or Facebook, but he posts all the time thoughts of his dog. It's the same person that runs We Rate Dogs, also on social media. The thought for today says something about how the dog knows what the human is saying when they say W-A-L-K instead of walk, and the human thinks that they won't get excited about saying W-A-L-K versus walk, but the dog does. Shoved into the corner here next to the calendar and my monitor is this adorable little puppy nightlight. It charges at the bottom at the back. There's a little port. It comes with a charging cable. It is only USB. It does not have a wall plug, but that's okay. And you can change the color of it. It is freaking adorable. This is the color I usually have it on by default. On my end, it looks more orangey than it does on camera. But we're cycling through some of the colors here. It comes with this little remote. You know, you can make it basically all the colors of the rainbow. You can change the brightness of it. It can flash. It can go through, cycling through all the colors. I think this setting only does red, blue, green. Yeah, fading in and out for each color. And there's a quicker flash too. And then this is just the regular bright white. Let's get it back to my default color because it reminds me of fawn, and here's the brightness. Kind of hard to see on camera, although I guess you can. And then there's separate on and off buttons for it. I think it also might be able to go on a timer. Not 100% sure. It was fairly cheap on Amazon. I saw this first on some Japanese website that sells like cute things, and it was really expensive there, and so I tried to find it on Amazon, and I did. Behind that is my Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch. I will leave the unboxing video somewhere as well for you guys to look at that. I got this at launch, right before everything shut down for COVID. Love this. I started a gaming channel back in January. I don't know if you guys have followed me on there, but please check it out. I will leave it down in the description with all my other stuff. Right around my Switch, basically on top of my Switch, is this metal and wood shelf that I also got from Amazon. Took me a total of 30 seconds to assemble. Super duper easy. Love this thing. It's one tier. You can adjust where the shelf sits very easily. I have it on like the topmost setting basically, and it fits my Switch very nicely. On top of the shelf, I have some bits and bobs here. The remote for the little puppy nightlight. I have a photo of Fawn. I can't remember if this is from her puppy raiser or not. I think it might be. Behind that sort of is something I got in an art fair last year. It is a white frame and it has these tactile pale blue and lilac colored roses in it. They're made out of resin and they're not behind glass, so they can be felt, and I think they look really pretty. There's an artist that is at the art fair that I went to, and she does a few other craft fairs all around Virginia. I will link her down below as well. She does a lot of really nice stuff. She has an Etsy shop, but not all of her things are on her Etsy shop. And this little photo frame, I think it's a 2x3. There's a dog sitting on top of it looking out over it. I have always meant to put a picture of Fawn in here. I have not done that yet. And then behind there, you can't really see it, but I have an Echo Dot. It's the second generation one from a billion years ago at this point, but it still works really well for me. This rug, see, it always gets lifted up because of the chair, but this rug was in one of the guest rooms in the house, and we decided to move it out of there because it wasn't really serving much of a purpose, and now it's in my room. Fawn likes to lay on this sometimes. We have this bookcase that had 800,000 screws and took me 2 days to put together. That's a lie, it didn't take me 2 days to put together. The most difficult thing was the back plate, which had to be hammered on. Amazon. I like the bookcase itself. I don't know if I would buy it again, only because of the hassle that it took to put together. It came in multiple colors. I liked this blue one. Next to that, I have this little gray. It's one of those trendy chairs that looks like it's a shell back. On it is a toss pillow that I had on my bed for a billion years, moved it over to here, as well as a little smiling Boba Tea plush, and my Isabel Build-A-Bear holding a balloon present in her arms. I got the Build-A-Bear for free because Encore gave me a gift card one year. On top of my bookcase, I have a bunch of things. It's my shrine to Fawn, I like to call it. This photo frame you probably recall seeing in a bunch of my videos. I still have it, obviously. It is all photos of Fawn from when she was a puppy. Her puppy racer gave it to me when we met at Guide Dog Foundation Celebration Sunday at that point. Now it's Celebration Saturday because they changed the class structure. I have my yellow Labrador Funko Pop. They don't make these anymore, I don't think. A wooden sign that says Live, Love, Bark with paw prints on it. This fake plant in a little jar that has lemons on it. This sturdy silver photo frame with the first picture of Fawn that I ever took inside of it, sitting on her bed in our room at Guide Dog Foundation. All of these pictures that are here, the wall hangings, this giant canvas that says don't quit your daydream, they need to be hung up. Haven't gotten that far yet. I have this little Eiffel Tower model thing that I got from Amazon. A bunch of games and DVDs and some books. My travel case where I keep all my cords, and the bottom one is my Switch case. I'm gonna go through that travel case at some point. It's a Bag Smart one. I got it from Amazon. I'm sure that whatever I have in there that I bring with me is very excessive because some of the cables are duplicates, but oh well. And we have some other things here. The little owl sculpture. I've had that since college. The Minnie Mouse fake planter my mother gave for me one year for Valentine's Day. I think it's adorable. Behind that is a book that says Why Labs Do That. And this little cloud guy with the sun on top of him. I got him from the Chicago Science and Industry Museum. I think he's cute because they had a whole weather exhibit. I want to go through some of these prints with you guys real quick. A lot of them were gifts from Christmas. Some of them I bought. We have this Starry Night Labrador one. This Don't Quit Your Daydream, I think I got it from Kirkland's. It's the store that is here in Virginia Beach. I don't know if it's elsewhere. They sell home goods. It's kind of like a Home Goods, but more upscale, I think. This boba tea in the blue frame. It is only wall hanging. My cousin made this for me and she gave it to me for Christmas this past year. Because one of the things we like to do together is get boba. It is blue. The boba is blue. The boba tea is blue. The frame is this really pretty teal. These I initially got to put in my room in Maine, but I wanted to bring them back down here and put them here instead. They are two prints from the same person who did my But First coffee print that is in my coffee and tea bar video. This one is multicolored surfboards. The other one is blue and yellow pineapples, or teal and yellow, I guess, pineapples. They're really cute. They're watercolor. Same shop. Love her. Starry Night Labrador. I think I showed you guys this. The frame is Amazon. All of these frames, except for the boba tea frame, are from Amazon. This is from an art fair that I went to last year, the same one where I got the resin roses. It is 3 sand dollars in different shades of blue and teal from this artist. The Ship's Hold is her shop. I think she has an Etsy. I'm not 100% sure. I know she's on Facebook, and I got this anchor print from her as well. It's blue, and you can see there's a little gold on there as well. Her prints are absolutely gorgeous, and she doesn't just do paintings. She does tea towels, mugs, pillows, all sorts of stuff. It is me from a couple of days after filming this. I completely forgot to show you guys these other prints that I have here. This one is from the same shop that I have my other watercolor prints from. It is a skyline of Boston in a really pretty blue watercolor. It came with the matting on it. It is 8 by 10. The frame on it is a nice wooden blue from Amazon. And I also have this. This is not authentic. It is the certificate for the Labrador Retriever breed. It says it's a sporting breed. We have a nice black lab here. It looks kind of like a blueprint. It's in a black frame, also from Amazon. I got this at a store here that had a booth where there were a bunch of prints to choose from, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, and they were all organized by different things. There were Disney ones, animal ones, and I found the Labrador print and I knew I had to have it. Here we have my Supergirl Funko Pop, which you guys may remember from when I used to film videos sitting in front of the fireplace. This Disney ornament, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I got it on my last trip to Universal, believe it or not, in 2018. My cousin and I went to Disney Springs when we were there. It was around Christmas time, and I got this. It has all of the monuments from all 4 parks in there: the Tree of Life, the Tower of Terror, the castle, and the Epcot ball. This guy is in a pop protector. He came that way. Did not purchase the protector, but it is a Winnie the Pooh Funko Pop. It is the artist series. He is blue and he has little red and gold drawings all over him. I think it's supposed to be honeybees and honey pots. This Wiener Dog fake succulent planter. Believe it or not, I got him from Walgreens. I was in there recently. I picked up a mug for a friend of mine. I'm not going to say who it is, and I'm not going to show what it is because I don't know if she watches my videos. I saw this guy and I thought he was so cute. He's kind of a tan color. He has some fake succulents in there. A couple of them are green and one of them is pink. Behind him, this used to hang on the wall. It says a spoiled rotten yellow lab lives here. Finally, next to the bookcase, I am still sitting on the floor, but I do not want to get up. I have this little three-legged table that I got from Amazon. Very cheap. Again, took me 30 seconds to put together, but I just needed something to put these things. I have this fake plant at the back there in a white pot. It looked a lot better online because it didn't look as uniform. Like, it looked a lot more floofed out, but you can't really floof out the leaves because of how the plant is. I don't really care. This little silver box with the, I think it's supposed to be a flower on it. There used to be a cover to this. The cover fell once and broke back when I lived in Massachusetts. So I put this little fake white flower thing in there. I have this little lamp that I got. I think I got it at like Big Lots or something. Again, there's a smart bulb in there. It used to be on my console next to my TV, but I wanted to move it over here because I needed some better lighting behind me if I am reading something. I have this book that I haven't started yet. This is the remote to the string lights that are on top of my bookcase that I just realized I didn't even talk about. They are little tiny fairy lights. I got them from Amazon and they're okay. My only gripe is that the colors are not actually true colors, if that makes sense. For example, if I do a yellow, it looks more green. I can change it to any color I want, like I could make them purple or pink or blue or red or whatever, but I usually just leave them on this. The app says that it's set to like a dark orange, but they look more normal soft white to me. Anyway, this book, my mom's cousin gave it to me and it's called The Dangerous Book for Dogs. And it's written by two dogs, Rex and Sparky. I have not started reading it yet. For some reason I thought this was large print, but I just opened it up and looked and it's not. But I am gonna read this at some point. I just don't know when. I have so many other books that I'm reading. This is the physical book. Usually the books that I read are ebooks because it's easier for me to change the text size and the background and all that to make it white on black. But there you have it. That is the tour of my little home office corner in my room. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any feedback, comments, and suggestions down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!